Well, hello there. I want to welcome you to the most amazing thing for children this week I have come across Tattered Cover Story Time in a Bag. Hey, folks, I am so excited to introduce this new program we're starting here at Colfax Tattered Cover, Story Time in a Bag. My name is Billy Wolter. I am the children's retail manager here at Colfax. And before I came to Colfax and as a Tattered Cover employee, I was a librarian teacher for 29 years. And I am so excited because my most passionate thing I do is introduce kids and connect them to reading. Today, I wanted to introduce this new program that we've come up with. It's called Storytime in a Bag. Well, what is Storytime in a Bag, you ask? Well, it's Storytime in a Bag. Because of COVID, we can't do story time with the kids like we wanted to. So instead, we have put a bunch of books in a bag, and I've selected 3 to 5 main books that we can use each month. Goes with them, and it's got a list of the books, and it has at least one activity. Sometimes we may have more than one activity, but can't always guarantee that. But now, how do you take and do this story time in a bag? Well, let's talk about getting the books. Do you have to get all the books on the list? No, some books won't be appropriate for all ages. So it's best to look at the books. We'll have a display here in Children's of the books, and you can select the ones that fit your child's age group. And then you'll take those up, and you can get the handout up at the counter. Well, what if you don't want to come into the store? You want to just get it at curbside? No problem, guys. No problem at all. When you place your order, put in the notes that you would like the handout. And then I have another secret. We're going to put the handouts on the Tattered Cover website, site, you know. We're going to put them on the Tattered Cover website, and you'll be able to get them there just in case if you lose it or whatever. Otherwise, they're going to be here in the store up at the checkout counter. So that's what story time in a bag. Well, how do I do this story time in a bag at home? Well, if it's me and I'm doing it for my nieces and nephews, I'm going to bring this bag home and I'm going to make it kind of a surprise. And I'm going to build some excitement by just having my bag and kind of looking in it, making it a curiosity to the kids. And I know my nieces and nephews, they're going to say, "What's in the bag? What's in the bag, Aunt Billy?" And I'll eventually say, no, we'll have to wait maybe 5 minutes. And then I'm going to go to my predetermined place. One of the things as teachers we know that works for kids to help them become good listeners and to learn how to sit down and participate in story time is to create a ritual. And so my suggestion is you pick one place in your home that's very comfortable to read in, has light, and that the kids can sit around and listen to you. Set it at the same time every week and that. Now, does that always have to be? No, sometimes you'll have to make exceptions for family activities, etc. I would set up a ritual. As I know most of you are already readers to your kids, you love reading, and I want to say, wow, great. And you probably could read to your kids out in the middle of a street. I don't recommend the street part, but you could recommend it. You could go sit in the park and read to your kids. And that's awesome. But if you have those kids that are just a little hyperactive, a little just rambunctious, the ritual works really well to train them to sit down and listen. Kind of the crisscross applesauce and listen up. Now, the first thing I recommend you do is take out the books, and I want you to preview the books with the kids. I want you to show them the cover, even maybe the back cover. I want you to have them make some predictions. What do you think this book's going to be about? Well, maybe. And you talk to them. This is a time when you have interactive conversation with them. You open up the book. You talk about the end pages inside. If there's something there that might be predictable, you ask the kids, what do you think this is about? And then you go to the title page. Now, I have to warn you, Taught books don't always have a title page, so you just have to use the cover for that. But it's so important that you read the title of the book to the kids and you read the author's name and also the illustrator, because sometimes this book is wonderful just because of the illustrations. And it's a great way to introduce art to kids also. And of course, what do you do next? Well, of course, you just read it. It's the most wonderful thing in the world, is you read the book to the kids and show them the pictures. Now, if you're not easy, you can't read with like this out the side of your eyes, that's okay. You read it and turn it around to the kids. Now, I bet you guys already knew most of that, but if you didn't, I hope it was helpful. Well, that's the introduction to Storytime in a Bag, and I hope you'll join us each month for a new one. In a little bit, we'll be posting February Storytime in a Bag up on the website, and then March and on we'll go. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful month. Take care.